many times we talk to him, he just won't listen. He sees everything in terms of victory or defeat and still won't accept that you beat him. We're gonna have to put him in his place. Again. If you don't mind, come back to Mother Base and go another round with him.
Sorry, I'm making sure that the damn stream worked.
Base and go another round.
Sorry, I'm making sure that the damn stream worked. Alright. Late night stream. Sorry about that. I have been exhausted all day. Been fucking terminally exhausted all day long. And I can't really put my finger on why. I have no idea. No clue. My best guess? So last time I went to the food pantry down there at Jefferson Barracks, Veterans Affairs Medical Center. No, not Jefferson Barracks. John Cochran. Veterans Affairs Medical Center. I go to both. They're both in St. Louis, Missouri. But last time I went down there, to the food pantry that shows up once a month or so. Oh, 495 points. Not enough to get anything, but that's what you can squeeze out in a day. Fuck all that. I don't know what all that menuing bullshit. Alrighty. So my best guess, like I said, well, that's gonna be a son of a bitch. This is all gonna be a son of a bitch. All of this. Fucking all of this. I guess that's the easiest one to start with. Loadout 1. And let's get my Doge back. And yeah, there we go. Dressed as Big Boss's kid, Solid Snake. So last time I went down there to that food pantry that shows up once a month or so, they gave me a shitload of apples. They gave me like 6 onions, 6 potatoes, 6 sweet potatoes.
Boss, as requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Weapons or items. Try it out the next time you're thinking of handling someone.
They also gave me like 6 oranges, 6 potatoes, 6 sweet potatoes, and like 3 fucking pallets of keto waffles. Keto waffles. The #1 ingredient is egg whites, I believe. And it's a bunch of like arrowroot powder, cassava powder, maybe some emulsifiers, I don't know. It's a bunch of nonsense, but they're, you know, like they're a little light. Besides, you know, keto, it's whatever. It's gotta be healthier than regular ass waffles. but they pop off in about 10 mics. 10 minutes after you stick them in the toaster oven, you can pull them back out of the toaster oven as long as it's preheated. A little less than 10 minutes actually. And this morning I just I threw them all in there without a care in the world. But last night I was heating up my bath water.
Where are your friends?
I think that one hit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Where are your friends?
Finally we can get these out. I don't know why I'm going quiet. I'm gonna go loud. Damn it. The only reason I'm still dressed as Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1 is that oh. Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1, that outfit is more expensive than the only other sneaking outfit that I have. So my assumption is that means it's better. There's no like statistics on it. It's no like it has sneak 6 and my other outfit has sneak 5. So I don't know if it's better. That's just my hunch. I'll spend the maximum amount of money each time that I go out on a mission because I'm wearing the most expensive outfit, hoping that that means it's better than all the rest. I don't know.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Spit it out. Where are the others?
So,
He's coming too. Roger that.
so they gave me this shitload of keto waffles. So in the morning, whenever I want food, like now, I'll head out. I'll grab some damn, grab some yogurt. Eat like half a thing of yogurt. Son of a bitch. That sucks. What the fuck was that? Take that guy down before he fucking called the rest of his cronies on us? That's fucking bananas. I have never demonstrated that much skill before. As you have seen in my previous broadcasts, I am a moron. So I'd been heating up my bath water yesterday. So the way I do that, I've got like a saucepan on the one electric burner that I have. So that's heating up a saucepan full of water. But just in case there's not enough water,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
well, not like a saucepan. It's like a stock pot. That's what I'm looking for. A stock pot. So it's a healthy amount of water.
He's coming too.
But just in case
Roger
that's
that.
not enough water, let's take one pot on I stick one pot on top of the toaster oven and one pot in front of it, and I open it up, open up the door. Really? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's really weird. Because I shot him in the arm earlier with a tranquilizer dart. But that means that he eventually should fall asleep. That does not mean that he should eventually go into the stunned status, which is different from falling asleep.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to
I
us.
swear, your presence here, dear viewer, has brought forth so many glitches that I've never experienced before in my entire life. This is the first game that had the name Metal Gear Solid V, came out in 2014. You're jinxing me. It's your fault. 1,200 hours in this damn game. I just keep experiencing new gobbledygook. That little soft spot there was our man's.
Put his head down. Spit it out. Where are the others?
This is an automatic shotgun. I'm keeping this. Let's try not to shoot the guy sleeping on the ground. Okay. Anyways.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
So since I was heating up bath water last night with the toaster oven, I had it on full blast. It was just sitting there
He's coming
heating
too.
up a pot of water on top of it and a pot of water in front of it. Everything was hunky-dory. Then this morning I carelessly just threw the damn thing on and let it preheat, threw my keto waffles in there, and once everything was said and done, I went ahead and pulled them out. And I did that like 3 times. I've also never seen the AI fuck up like that. I swear. 1,200 hours in this damn game. Your presence here continues to bring forth glitches from some Lovecraftian region that I have never experienced before this day.
Roger that.
Before the current moment. You're coming with me. So I ate like half a thing of yogurt and
You gotta extract him.
a gummy vitamin and a couple of vitamin C cough drop looking things, candies essentially. In two sizes. It comes in like individual cups, but it also comes in like this, you know, like family size, like the size of a container of cottage cheese. And those are the only two sizes. Yeah, I take, I eat like half of the big one. Try to get my probiotics in for the day, real nice and early. But really, it's just because I'm hungry in the morning. I want something right away. So while I'm waiting for the waffles to cook, I go ahead and start making some garbanzo beans. There's a little recipe that I follow. Take a little bit of cumin and some smoked paprika, some of that new salt substitute crap. A little bit of cayenne pepper with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, or less. Because I never use a proper tablespoon. I always just whip out like a spoon. It's probably smaller than a tablespoon, let's be honest. Then I fry that sucker up. Today, my cat had brought me 2 entirely different dead animals during the night. He had gone out and fetched me a rat, and he fetched me a chipmunk. I woke up to a chipmunk in my bed. So that's always fun, silly willy. So, with those 2 things, I now had to make a fire. I had to burn their bodies. It's the only way to get rid of them. If I throw them out in the forest or something like that, or chuck them as far as I can, they'll attract predators.
Boss? Is that you? 9 years. 9 years.
One of the guys out on a mission at the time. He's fallen a long way from the glory days. But will he come back to us? Bring him home, boss. That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss. Roger.
I don't like that 90% chance of getting him out of here. I don't want to fail the Sam side quest. Side mission, sorry. But come on, it's a side quest. So I went ahead and I ran out there and grabbed a couple sticks and grabbed some of these like dry stick-like grass things that grow around here. It's like halfway between grass and a tree. They're hollow. They have like something that looks like styrofoam in them. I don't know what the hell they are. They're very easy to break, but they're definitely harder than grass. And they're not useful for much, but they're great for starting fires.
This is P-Squad. On station at LZ.
You gonna extract him?
Yeah. Okay, well, I gotta do two things. First, I gotta go hit a save point before I use my little box teleportation trick. Or else I could fucking die to this armored unit over there in the snake's mouth. Remember Ocelot made his little comment about the whatever station, Manyoka, Yan, Yoka, or whatever, the snake's mouth. I get it. An outpost in a sunken road. Come on, let's hit this autosave checkpoint. Pretty please with cheese on top. Oh, there it is. So I stuck those damn, like, stick-like things into my rocket stove that I made out of bricks. Lit some cardboard on fire. Stuck the cardboard underneath the stick-like things. They caught on fire. And pretty soon I was able to put the real sticks that I'd gathered in there. Actual wood. Then I started chucking in anything that I got around here and burning all my trash and whatnot. I can get to him. Yeah, told you. But probably just attracted the attention of one of the peeps over yonder. I don't know if he's spot. Well, hoping one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up first. The only thing I'm worried about is not being able to see the autosave checkpoint with this blood in the corner of our screen here. Well, it wasn't an autosave checkpoint, but it was a clear sound. I'm now far enough away that they stopped chasing me, I guess. So I threw all my trash in the rocket stove until it was all gone. Threw these dead animal carcasses in there until they were all gone. The rocket stove, it burns pretty hot. what pops out at the bottom of that rocket stove is straight ash. You can put anything in there, and all you're going to get is ash back. It's wonderful. Search on YouTube, brick rocket stove. There's one particular YouTube video where somebody makes, I think, a 24 brick rocket stove. And that's the one that I make, that I made. And it is wonderful. Not as smoke 3 as I would want it to be. But it is wonderful.
Hands up. Spit it out. Where are the others?
This guy's patiently waiting for his turn. I think the control point is asking for a update. Yeah, he was. He didn't get one, so he put everybody on alert. This is weird. They're basically already on alert.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
They woke up the 2 people that we put to sleep earlier. How much do you want to bet that somebody in the armored vehicle unit is carrying around something that we could use to take out that helicopter? How much do you want to bet that they're going to be carrying everything that we need to take out their own unit? Weapons and equipment, OSP. I can just do that, but it always feels lazy to me. Like I said, 1,200 hours in this game. I have my ways to keep myself entertained.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
So I got the fire going. I cook my garbanzo beans.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
And you're supposed to cook the garbanzo beans over medium heat. Now, people like the Townsends on their YouTube channel, they swear up and down that you can get, with like campfire cooking, you can get the pot, like the cooking pot, like 3 different distances from the fire to get it to be like small, medium, large, you know, like that one distance from the fire is kind of like cooking on low, and another distance is like cooking on medium and stuff like that. I have not mastered that. I have not mastered that at all, especially since you'd have to take a different approach every single time that you're doing something with the, with whatever rocket stove you're using.
Leave the rest to us. Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Can't see me under buildings. Tee-hee.
Roger.
I got a visitor. They're sending 2 rovers over. I guess he heard me destroy that satellite dish. That's why he was just so fucking furious. They spotted the missing gun over there.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Damn it, Pequod. Focus on eliminating enemy threats. Show some fucking self-preservation, Pequod. Fuck's sake. Come on.
Mayday! Cannot maintain altitude. Controls non-responsive. Pequod down.
Roger.
Pequod must detest dogfighting. He's got the self-preservation instincts of a fucking lemming. Which isn't even accurate. Because lemmings do have self-preservation instincts. But some fucking series of dickheads filming something for Disney threw them off of a cliff, filmed the aftermath, not themselves doing it.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Come on, man.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Are you going to prioritize elimination of enemy threats, man?
Prioritizing elimination of enemy threats.
Thank God.
You gotta extract him.
About time he showed some fucking self-preservation instincts.
Mayday! Cannot maintain altitude.
Shot down the chopper. Already a backup chopper. Call it from your iDroid.
Okay, he just fired a burst. Come on. No fucking way did I get him. Yeah, boys. Come on then, fight me in real life. You won't be able to guess where I really am. You can't see me, fucker. They have the normal modes of being on alert and everything else. But the game doesn't alert you to whenever they change those statuses. You know what I mean? Like, the game doesn't tell you whenever they go off alert. The game doesn't tell you whenever they move into a different status. Like, when do you get your reflex back? Stuff like that. The game doesn't tell you. Not for these side missions. So, I'm just gonna be as cautious as possible. Sneak up behind this man over yonder. Stick a bunch of C4 on his back. Hide behind a rock and blow it all up. Hopefully that takes good care of him. And if not, I'll huck a bunch of grenades at him. I hope that finishes the job. Sound like a plan? So anyway, garbanzo beans. You're supposed to cook them over like medium-low and just slowly let all of those spices stick to the outsides of the garbanzo beans. Have the oil kind of like evaporate away. And what you're really looking for after all this is said and done is for the spices to form a crunchy skin on the outside of the garbanzo beans. While keeping the inside nice and mushy. And it is an impossible task, which is why I normally just give up and fry it as quickly as possible, because it takes forever if you fucking do it the other way. Like, cook over medium-low, constantly fucking stirring it so it doesn't burn. And especially whenever I'm cooking over the rocket stove and the damn thing's, you know, 1 trillion degrees. Oh, that's cool. I got my... Unfortunately, this armored vehicle is probably going to fucking start firing at me. Killing his sniper. No, I guess not.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
How's my Major League pitcher arm? How far can I throw this? Not far enough. Okie dokie. So at least they've gone off alert and got my reflex back. That's a plus. So anyway, I fried the shit out of this damn thing. I fried up these garbanzo beans. The toaster oven dings, and so I head out and I grab the damn the keto waffles out of the toaster oven. And they're all burnt. And I'm like, why are they burnt? Like whatever. I eat them. I throw 4 more in there because that's all that can fit in the toaster oven. It's just got the one rack.
Hands up. Lie down. Spit it out. Where are the others?
They're too close. Remember, below 30 meters, they can hear their comrades being fultoned. Of course, if I let them scream bloody murder, then it's no contest, but...
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where's this guy? Okay, so this turret's facing like the opposite direction. And only those 2 gentlemen are suspicious, so I should be able to take these guys out with consecutive CQC. Or not.
Where are your friends?
No, you won't. You can't see the balloon.
You gotta extract him.
Look at that. He did have a rocket launcher for us.
Hands up.
Damn it, T-Dog, get the fuck out of there. Okay. The enemy was over there. But sure, watch the complete opposite direction. This is your world, man. I'm just living in it.
Talk. He's coming too. Roger that.
So the Eggo, the damn keto waffles come out, burnt. I eat them anyway. I throw 4 more in there.
Subject on board.
I eat my
To us.
burnt ass garbanzo beans. And I had like 3 loads of waffles before I was just like, oh, I turned my toaster oven on maximum so I can heat up bath water last night. And I never readjusted it back to fucking keto waffle temperature. That's why these are all burnt. But I ate them all anyway. I don't like to waste food. I'm gonna throw something away just because I burn it. Now, I don't know the efficacy of this. I don't know how true this is. But Dave Asprey, the guy that wrote the Bulletproof Diet, he swears to God that if you eat burnt food, then, like, it's supposed to make you tired and sluggish and give you, like, brain fog and stuff like this. And the reason why I say I don't know the efficacy of this and everything is because he says a lot of shit. Notably speaking, of note, something that's important to know is that the guy has an MBA, Master's in Business Administration. He does not have anything to do with nutrition and stuff like that, which is why he likes to cite a lot of his claims. He likes to talk to people who do have medical diplomas and stuff like that. So he likes to talk to all of those people. He likes to cite them as much as possible within his books and his materials, but sometimes he fails to do so. And it's been a long time since I read any of his books or anything like that. I used to be all about it. I used to be all about, like, the Bulletproof Diet and stuff like that. I used to think the man was just, like, you know, a godsend. And he was the chosen one. He was going to lead us to the promised land, I guess. I don't know. But then I went and I talked to, like, actual doctors and stuff, and I got, like, an actual dietitian, and she monitors all of my food intake, and well, I haven't become skinny like I was in my military days for the most part. I still haven't maintained trust in her for now. I might just switch to one of my old diets whenever I get tired of, you know, things not being the way that they should. Anyways. So that's my, so I don't know whether or not Dave Asprey cited his whole thing whenever he said that, that burnt food is supposed to, like, sap your energy in one way, shape, form, or another. I don't know if he ever cited that claim, and I cannot seem to find my copy of the Bulletproof Diet anywhere. Every time that I went on some crazy diet whenever I was in the military, every single time that I did that, bar none, I always also took the time to, like, buy the book behind it, stuff like that, make sure that I'm doing it right. That's always my first step, and I made my mistakes several times by, like, trying to jump the gun and not know what the hell I'm doing. So that's why I began to, you know, make it a sort of protocol to make sure that I do that. But I would, like, get the book, then I'd, like, get the audio book, and then if it was something that was difficult for me to behold, so to speak, difficult for me to keep track of all the rules and whatnot, and then I would also get an ebook. So every time I did something, I was all in. Now, notably, that's a symptom of my attention deficit hyperactive disorder. That's definitely just hyperfixation. That's definitely all that is. But whatever it was, that's what I did. So, if I can't find my physical copy of the Bulletproof Diet, then I should, at the very least, have access to the ebook version, right? Wrong. Because everything in the world has to be a pain in the ass. I bought if I bought the ebook version of it at all, I probably did it on iBooks. And I have not had a working Apple product in 1 squillion years. My iPad Pro, like, it got to the point where, I mean, I already bought it off of Craigslist, so it's not like I could, you know, use AppleCare or whatever. But it got so damaged over time that I had to like hold it in a certain position. I had to like put pressure on it in some weird way just in order for the screen to work. And so that's the state that it's currently in. And I don't like using 2 hands to access the damn thing. With the lightning charger, which also needs to be held in a certain position. So I use a 3rd and a 4th hands to fiddle with that. Then once all my fingers and toes are all involved in this process of trying to get the iPad Pro to work, then I can manipulate the iPad and the iPad Pro and try to make things work with my fucking tentacles, I guess. It's just too much shit going on. So instead of doing that, I installed iTunes on my Windows laptop, and it was being a real pain in the ass, and it wanted to verify everything that I've ever done with it in my entire life. It wanted me to put in a blood sample and a urine sample just to access my iTunes in the first place. Then it wanted some extra stuff just to view my own iBooks. Then it wanted a retinal scan of my eyeballs. Then it wanted a regular scan of my actual balls. Then I had to go to Steve Jobs' grave and look me over, make sure that I was who I said I was. Had to verify a phone number. I think the problem was the whole thing with I got stuck in this loop where I had to verify an old phone number that's no longer in use from a phone that like no longer exists. I got hit by a nuclear bomb and was reduced to atoms, which individual energy points floated off into the background radiation of the universe. So it wanted me to like verify a fucking thing, a phone number that never existed, and then, you know, in order to change that phone number to something that does exist, then it wanted me to log in using something else, and it got stuck in a loop where in order to verify a phone number, I was going to have to verify a phone number both from phones that don't even exist in this fucking parallel universe that we're in. And I got stuck in that fucking loop, and I couldn't do anything. And so I just gave up.
Gaining altitude.
I was like, fuck this.
Departing.
And that's not even what happened this morning. That's what happened the last time that I looked for the bulletproof diet. Just to price out and see if I could afford to eat on that diet on food stamps. For the longest time, the bulletproof diet aficionados, all of the different people, all the websites and everything related to the bulletproof diet, for the longest time, they have insisted that you can find grass-fed beef, 100% grass-fed, grass-raised, grass-finished beef for $1 a pound. They have sworn this up and down and all around. They continue to claim this over and over again. And then they'll like post a list of where you can find them. And then if you blink, that link will disappear. There's always been like rumors, but then they'll continue to make that claim that, the bulletproof diet is not, it's not expensive. I swear, you can definitely find this magic meat for $1 a pound. You know, my cousin's uncle's friend, Ted, from another town, you don't know him. He saw in a supermarket once that it was $1 a pound. Like, he personally owns the supermarket and he reduced it to that price just so we can say that it was. And then he immediately raised it again. How the fuck does that help me, man? Just riddle me that. I don't know if I can hit him from here, but I can damn well try. Okay. It's taking notice of the bullets flying in his direction. And now he's down. Holy fuck, that's amazing. That is a great way to start a fight with a tank unit, I tell you what. I'll tell you that much for free. Hell yes. You know, on Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, you can just kind of like take out a bunch of like, take out all the helicopter's Facebook friends, and then eventually they'll just, like the helicopter guy will like poke his head out the side of the window, and then you can just tranquilize him, and he'll magically fucking land safely. You remember that? Well, that doesn't happen in Mgsv. That is a mechanic that they wholesale remove for this. Anyway, that burnt food that I ate this morning is the only thing that I can think of why I've had zero energy all day. Before I left to get plasma this morning, I fucking like, I took a nap. By the time that I gave, by the time that I tried to give plasma, that's another thing, is that I did not successfully give plasma. They told me that my plasma was cloudy. Look, it's D-Dog. He fucking loves to get right in front of my motherfucking guns. Tries his damnedest to get shot every time. He loves it. Fucking loves it. How the fuck do you know? He didn't go over there and look. He just magically knows that some equipment got destroyed. You can see the fucking electric box from here, I guess. You look at it through his scope. Give me a canonical explanation why he's able to see that. Call Konami headquarters. Holy fuck. That was incredible. They passed within 4 fucking meters of me and they couldn't see me. I don't even need to have like fucking Solid Snake's Octo camo from fucking Metal Gear Solid 4. They couldn't see Shiat, dude. That was incredible. 4 meters. 4 meters away. They had no clue. Where is this chuckle nuts fucking running to? This is gonna be tough. Getting high enough to get up and personal with these guys without being seen by the tank over here. It's tough, but I guess far from impossible. As long as we pay attention to where that damn turret is pointing.
Where are your friends?
I can just remember an experience that I had where I guess I wasn't paying attention to where that turret was pointing because he fucking saw me.
Where are your friends?
Subject on board.
So I have a memory of this exact side mission going sour.
Roger that.
Oh, we got visitors. And some Red Rovers are going to send 2 peeps right over. I have no idea whether this will work or not, but I'm going to be so excited if it does.
Subject on board.
Because it looks like we can hit him and he won't even be able to see who's on mortar. Like, who the fuck has ever heard of a stealth mortar strike? But I fucking just pulled one off. Oh boy. That's what good times are made of. That's what life is all about. This is what we've been waiting for. Trick or treat, big boy. The outpost is not captured because these 2 chuckle fucks are going to come on in here and become best friends with us.
2. Roger that.
Yeah, that they're communicating with somebody. It probably means that CP is communicating with these two Chuckle fucks that are coming in, these two rovers. And they're close enough to hear the gunshots. They must have gotten out of their truck somewhere over there on that road that runs behind this place. And got somewhere around the border of Nova Braga Airport. That's my best guess on how they're close enough to hear gunshots. Because or else they should be pretty far away. Well, here they come. Like his partner wasn't even gonna come.
Hands up.
Yeah, you got this, man.
Where are your friends?
Cheer him on from back there. Watch what happens from the nosebleeds.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You know, I have no idea where the term nosebleeds came from. I did find out the other day that that's all she wrote, which is a phrase that I've been using in several of these broadcasts. I did find out that that is actually much older than the show That's All She Wrote, or maybe the show was called Murder, She Wrote? I don't know. But the phrase is much, much older than the TV show. Would you fucking investigate? Couldn't that get that guy to get out of there to save his life? Holy shit. Oh well. I'll go get him. Fuck's sake. Because it explodes, so that's why I'm taking it out. There's no other reason. I don't need a reason for everything I do. I can do shit randomly. I'm blowing it up because it blows up. Got a problem with it? You can talk to my manager. Which is also me. And I don't give a shit. Come on, big boy. I'm getting you out of here.
Where are your friends?
There's this guy on TikTok that makes like crazy recipes that he finds somewhere else. No, he's not on TikTok. I think he's on YouTube Shorts. So I see his content every now and again whenever I whip open YouTube.
Roger that.
And he makes all these recipes that he finds on TikTok. And his most recent one that I spotted, the latest one that I looked at, he peels some limes and then like throws some chamoy on them, like rolls them around in chamoy, and a little bit of Kiva seasoning, Tija, maybe Tija, maybe that's. I've never seen it. I've certainly never used it either. So throw some of that seasoning on there, and then he throws a couple of drops of Valentina hot sauce on there. And he said the explosion of flavor is incredible. And I believe him, and I want to try it. But also, he also mentions how much salt is in on this crap. And there's been several recipes that have used that specifically. You know, that set of ingredients. And he's like, it's a salt bomb. So I gotta be careful around that kind of shit. I'll take one bite of that shit, my fucking heart will explode.
Departing.
But the phrase "that's all she wrote" came from, as far as anybody knows, from World War II. As far as I've been able to research anyway. And it came from illiterate soldiers being sent letters from loved ones back home. And they would end the letter with, "That's all she wrote." Because women weren't allowed in the armed forces back then. I think maybe the United States in particular, but at least one of the Allied forces had the wave women a very excellent, I don't know what the hell it stands for, but it's wave or waves. But that was I think that was later on in the war, in World War II. I think the waves didn't come around in a while. But yeah, for the longest time, women weren't allowed in the military here in America. So yeah, that's where that phrase comes from. In one of the broadcasts that we've done, I began a thought, and I don't know precisely where the thought went, where it was going, how it began. That's the real missing piece. Is how did this particular thought begin? And I'm not sure. Damn it. I was gonna say, if I had researched even one non-lethal sniper rifle, then maybe I can go get that one challenge mask, that challenge task for where the bees sleep mission. But I didn't. And then I thought to check the UNARC NL here, see if I developed it, and I haven't developed it either. My thought process was, well, maybe I can put a sniper scope on it and get that headshot from 100 meters distance, but nope. I've seen the records, and they swear up and down that somebody out there got like a headshot from a zillion meters away with a handgun. But if I think if I try that, I'd be out there all damn day doing it. And maybe it is something I should give a shot. I just don't want to do it now. Because Where Did the Bee Sleep is a hella long mission. And how Solid Snake looked in Metal Gear Solid 1. He probably looks better now than he did back then. Fit in a little bit better with everybody else looking like that. The rest of the game looking like that. You know, it would be fantastic if they let me get on this thing. And so instead of getting off the helicopter, I just mow down Liquid. Fuck you little bastard. Eat shit. Yeah, they won't even let me fight him from the helicopter. He's hiding somewhere. Hey little guy. Eat shit. Tell me, where is he at, D-Dog? Where's he at? I didn't see where he went. I heard that in my right ear. Where is he at? Liquid can absolutely take you down if you let him. Child soldier is still a soldier. Heard that in my right ear again. No reason to be super duper cautious, especially since you can just reload checkpoints and shit. But I don't like getting in full out brawls with them. It's just clunky, it's not even fun. Flashbanged himself. Eat shit, you little fuck. I was gonna kick him. Good measure.
Has that rat finally accepted that he lost? Hopefully now he'll be a bit more obedient.
Don't hold your breath there, Ocelot. Giving the kid a lot of credit that he really does not deserve. And we got a photo from a wandering Mother Base soldier, so let's go over there and check it out. And while we're out and about, let's go ahead and take a shoer, even though Solid Snake's model will never get dirty. So we'll never know if we've turned smelly or if we're all bloody or overdue for a shower. Any of those things. By the way, if you grab your men and interrogate them around Mother Base, they will mark locations on your map where they've hidden rough diamonds. So you can make a fair bit of money just going around to all your different platforms and picking up all your different platforms, picking up all the different rough diamonds. I've never really considered it something that you really want to go out of your way to do. It's just not, like, most of the time you're not hurting for money. That's not usually what's going on.
What is it, Snake?
Usually you're hurting for fuel.
Oh, somebody took this while we were fishing. That day, I figured out that it doesn't really matter if you catch a fish or not. Just waiting for a fish together can be the most fun of all. Oh yeah, Chico got all worked up and almost fell into the sea. When they do some more fishing, tell me, okay? I am so tired. I will just lie here a while. Gallo Pinto.
She eventually starts mumbling something different in her sleep. She eventually stops, she starts saying something different.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving
She starts
shortly
saying
at
something
LZ.
different each and every time that you give her something. I think that's gonna fire up after this next mission. Nothing else to distract us. Let's go ahead and go. No more side missions. No more nothing. Get rid of all the other peeps that we've accumulated thus far. So they can be nice and safe off Mother Base. No more people dying of the epidemic. Paz's room. It's got a peace sign graffiti on the outside of it. Well, it's got a peace sign green where it should be. Paz's room is an extra dimensional space, like the Davidson home inside House of Leaves by by what is it, Rick Z. Danielewski? I don't know, Danielewski. That's the author's last name. David Z. Danielewski? Daniel Uski. It's the name Daniel and then Uski on the end. E-W-S-K-I. Petrol bomb. And, cat. Galvez. Miller on pause, preparing for peace day. Swimsuit pause with some other people in the background. Some randoms. Doing something? What? Making a sand castle? I don't know. The fish she caught, which was apparently not even half a bada. Or something like that. She said it on her tape in Ground Zeroes. Apparently you can't recover those. You couldn't recover those tapes from 9 years ago. Because they're not present in Phantom Pain here. Gotta fire up Ground Zeroes to listen to them again. Okay. So, nothing else to distract us. Let's go ahead and, well, you know what? There is something else that we can distract us. The fact that we never got a, whatchamacallit, in this mission. Never got an S rank. And we never got the last task. And I don't know if we can get the last task without a tranquilizer sniper rifle. Maybe. Because I've seen somebody knock him out by dropping down onto him. Knock him out just using body weight. So there might be a way to just do that.
Capture the White Mamba, the child soldier's commander, and bring him back to Mother Base. First off,
now there's nothing that we can do with any amount of speed that involves rescuing the children, but the point of this whole mission is to, once the White Mamba is taken out, then the rest of the kids are going to fold and presumably be rescued.
Be careful down there, boss.
I'm regretting not bringing a car, but God knows if we even have one available. I do know that one thing that's definitely going to help us one thing that's definitely going to help us is doing one of these other mission tasks that doesn't take too long to do.
Hands up, talk. Where are your friends?
Namely, there's a diamond in this tent over here. We can get some extra points just by grabbing it real quick.
Where are your friends? Hands up. Spit it out. Where are your friends?
Okay.
Hands up. Spit it out. Where are the others?
I'm hoping I can get away without activating reflex too. Come on. That was close. You see that soft spot?
Hands up. Talk. Where are your friends? Hands up. Talk. Where are the others? Speak. Where are your friends?
It's gonna help us in case we have to do this mission a third time. So go ahead and take out all their accoutrement here. Make sure not to shoot a kid. And take out these light bulbs. There it is. There's the diamond. That's one of the mission tasks.
Where are
And
the
we'll
others?
snag the prisoner while we're out and about having fun. A lot of the people that 100% this game give the same generalized advice. They like to tell you that doing the side missions that you've accumulated in between missions is a great way to pace your experience through the game.
Showed up in this village out of the blue and took command of the child soldiers.
Because trying to do all of the side missions at once after you unlock them,
But if you extract their commander, those kids will have no choice but to
it's
stay
kind of a
down.
pain in the ass.
Should wrap up the whole situation. They're still kids. You can't kill any one of them, including the commander. If things get rough, neutralize them by knocking them out or by tranquilizing them.
That was close.
Speak.
What I'd like to do
Where are your friends?
to try to maximize my score here, try to get an S rank,
Where are the
I'm
others?
going to try as hard as I can
Hands up. Spit it out.
to not,
Where are the others?
to get the other mission task, which is to take out the white mamba without him knowing, without alerting him, without starting a fight. Whatever. But as much as I possibly can, I'd like to
Spit it out.
take all the kids and take them to a centralized location. So that after doing so, I can knock them all out. That way, if no matter if despite my efforts,
Subject is in.
if I can't avoid a fight with Liquid, despite my efforts,
Hands up. Speak. Where are
Then
your
at the very least, I won't alert the entire fucking town.
friends? Speak. Where are your friends?
I don't know if I'll have time to do all that. It seems like a lot. Seems like it's gonna take too long to do all that crap. Son of a bitch. What? Son of a bitch. There we go.
Speak. Where are your
Well, I started a thought a while ago in one of my other broadcasts, and I don't know where that thought began, but the ending of that thought was that Hideo Kojima purposefully made the game the way it is. Remember, he continues to state emphatically that this game is perfect, exactly the way it is. It is exactly what he envisioned. So all of this stuff about, like, he wasn't able to, you know, make it the way that he wanted it to be, and all this stuff about how he couldn't do it, and the voice actor for Snake costed too much money, and that's why Snake doesn't have too many voice lines. All of that kind of shit has no basis in reality. The reality is that there is a shitload of lines, literally hours and hours of lines from Kiefer Sutherland that landed on the cutting room floor. Hideo Kojima had a lot, and he kind of pared this down to the basics.
Spit it out.
And in his mind, that process resulted in perfection. Mango. Last time I shot Buddy Boy here in the side of his head, and that didn't do the trick. But what I've seen somebody do is drop on his head whenever he gets out of there and starts to look around the ship. But Hideo Kojima made this game exactly the way that it was. And what reminded me of this thought that I hadn't finished in one of my other broadcasts was the fact that that the ability to take down helicopters non-lethally was essentially Peace Walker, right? Okay, so he stands up. He's about to take a look around the ship.
Looks like school's out. All
Wow.
you need to do is carry him to the LZ.
I did not know that you could that you could fucking take him out like that. I figured it was one of two things. I was either gonna...
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Whatever, I'll gather as many of these kids as I can. Because no reflex, that extra mission task, the fact that I've gotten all the mission tasks up till now, all these types of things, all that's going to help the score. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be S rank run. Besides, can you imagine my fucking heroism score after all this is said and done? It's going to be ridiculously high. Hopefully with a high enough heroism score, people will be able to get into Diamond Dogs and out of holding, you know, volunteering of their own free will. Hopefully that process will become much faster. But Hideo Kojima made this game precisely the way that it was. He considers it perfect, and all of that is important because the repetitive nature of this game, the very basic military structure of the game, the, you know, laissez-faire fucking... Oh, the outpost thing, you know, taking out outposts one at a time, that bullshit. We've seen that in a lot of different, like, Far Cry games and stuff like that, so he just wanted to, you know, copy the mechanic and throw it in here. What he really wanted to do was leave us with an idea of what's going to be left after he's gone. And an idea of, and this is speculation, this is, because he hasn't directly given us an answer, right? But as far as anybody's able to discern, he's really wanted to give us an idea of what's going to be left, not only once he's gone, from Konami, from the video game industry, stuff like that, but also what's going to be left if the direction that Konami is going in becomes the direction of the industry as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, we've already, like I said, with Far Cry and stuff like that, we have the mechanics like the you know, capturing outposts and stuff like that. And, you know, we've got 10,000 examples of games where personality-free military types do grim, grumbly, you know, gruff, grumbly, grumbling, mumbling to each other, and they don't have a fucking smidge of personality about them on all that stuff, and they're just good for being good's sake and all that kind of stuff. We've got a zillion examples of that. We do not need another video game that does this, like, you know, what am I doing finishing this fight, sir? You know, We don't need another example of that. But that's what we're getting, essentially, with very little in the way of variation with Metal Gear Solid V here. And he made it. He made this disappointing in that way on purpose. Now, it's not going to stop him from making a landmark title. It's not going to stop him from trying his absolute best, from cranking the graphics up to 11. It's not going to stop him from any of that crap. It absolutely will not stop him from polishing the gameplay to such a ridiculous degree that, you know, it becomes the smoothest experience that anybody's ever had, not only in a Metal Gear game, but in the series as a whole, or in the genre, which continues to be unmatched to this day whenever it comes to stealth, espionage, action, and stuff like that. Nobody's been able to replicate an experience that's been so polished and smooth as Metal Gear Solid V. It is a gaping hole in the industry by a genre that Mr. Kojima essentially invented. And you know, this whole thing was invented because of hardware limitations on the MSX. Metal Gear 1 and 2 on the MSX had some hardware limitations. I mean, there's those very hardware limitations that led him, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a pain in the ass. We have no vehicles, we have no way of dropping vehicles. Do we have a way of dropping vehicles? I think that's a basic function of the support team. No. No, it's not. Damn kids didn't steal any cars. What a pain in the ass. No, no, no.
This is B1. Returning to target marker.
We can't make Big Wad go
This is B1. Have arrived at LZ.
to his nearest spot down here at the guard post. I should have just snagged the kids while I was at the guard post. I don't know what I was thinking. But everything about this game, he made it very specifically. He wanted us to leave us with a game that is undoubtedly a Metal Gear title. It's undoubtedly his swan song. It's undoubtedly something that could only have come from Kojima Productions and everything. But he also wanted us to know this is what's going to happen to the video game industries. You're going to start to experiences that feel very empty, that feel like even with this open world being populated by lots of plants to pick up and wildlife to catch and all this other kind of stuff, it's otherwise, you know, completely empty. You know, dialogue is going to suffer. Voice actors are going to fade into obscurity and be replaced by high-level talent. And as far as anybody knows, with the decision to remove David Hayter and replace him with Kiefer Sutherland, as far as anybody ever knows, that was an example of star fucking. And I know. That term, kind of rough, right? star fucking. But you got to put yourself into the shoes of Hideo Kojima. Nobody has ever in the history of the video game industry as a whole, nobody has ever left a high-level, high-profile company like Konami in such a way that Hideo Kojima has. And then, after his reputation, as sterling as it is, but also simultaneously as poor as it is, because Hideo Kojima is known for spending so many millions of dollars on each and every project and being such a pain in the ass to work with him constantly wanting you to spend fucking trillion hours manufacturing this, that, and the other so that you can program within Metal Gear Solid 2 ice melting in real time, for fuck's sake, when it has nothing to do with this or that. And all this kind of gobbledygook, like, that's a real double-sided sword whenever it comes to a reputation. That is a real double-sided sword reputation there. Nobody else has a reputation like that. And to be fired from, essentially, from a company as big as Konami. And we don't even definitively know if he was fired or not. That's another thing. There's lots of articles that will simply state that he was fired without any sort of confirmation from Konami themselves. They, to save their reputation as much as humanly possible, they want to remain mum on the subject as much as they possibly can. And so they've neglected to give that solid answer. But at the end of the day, very specifically, they just have not, come out to say, yes, he was fired. But it's actually very, very common in regions outside of America writ large. Outside of America, it's very common for companies in general to do a bunch of bullshit, essentially, whenever one of their employees is coming to the end of their employment. So, like, I know that Canada does this, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other European countries as well. A lot of European countries. I shouldn't say that Canada is definitively a European country. They fucking declared their independence as well. So, regardless of who is on their money, they are independent and they are not European. But there's a lot of European countries as well that will pull tricks like this, where they, whenever a person is coming up towards the end of their employment, their employers will start to cut their hours because their severance check, the amount of money that the employer has to pay these people, is based on their last ever paycheck with the company. So they'll start to cut their hours and really start to cut down on the amount of money that these people are getting, so that their last paycheck is as small as humanly possible. So if your company is supposed to pay this person 50% of their paycheck for 6 months after their employment with the company has been terminated, then it'll be based on the last paycheck, and so they'll lower their hours as low as humanly possible in order to get that. And there's a lot of times whenever the equivalent to unemployment insurance in other countries will be paid 50% by the government and 50% by the employer. So even in that case, whenever that's definitely, it's not definitively a severance paycheck or something like that, even in those cases, they will still pull this kind of trick. And also, here in America, we've got some funky rules regarding employment and unemployment insurance. You might just hear the term unemployment. Somebody goes to the unemployment office because they're unemployed. They apply for unemployment. What they're applying for is unemployment insurance. And that's going to give us, give that person a portion of their paycheck from their previous employer for a number of weeks until they either, you know, have a new job, until they either gain a new job, a new position, or that number of weeks expires. So here in America, we have that, and we have very, very strange sort of requirements for unemployment insurance. No matter what you do, if you're going to ask specific sources, then they're going to continue to tell you conflicting things. The unemployment office in America really does not want to lay out solid, stable rules about how unemployment insurance works. Because the moment somebody figures out how unemployment insurance works as it's written down on paper is the moment that they're going to try to game the system. So you'll hear a bunch of conflicting information about how precisely unemployment insurance works here in America. As a result, you'll hear stuff like, if you quit a job, then you can't. And half the time they'll also say, if you get fired, you can't get unemployment insurance. So then you wonder, how do you get unemployment insurance? The truth is, you can do either. And also, it depends on a case-by-case basis. Your case manager at your particular unemployment insurance office is going to make that choice. I've also heard hard limits. So, for example, under Obama, whenever he was in presidency, the unemployment insurance ran 99 weeks. So, 99 weeks, let's see here, you know, there's 12 months out of the year, right? And there's 4 weeks in every single month, right? So that's 12 times 4, that's 12, that's 24, that's 48. So that's 48 weeks within a year. Within 2 years, that would be 96 weeks. So a person could feasibly be unemployed and just live off of their unemployment paycheck for over 2 years. During that point in time, I would started wondering, when is the 100%, when is everything going to run its course? Is there a lifetime limit on the amount of time that you can go through unemployment? Because if it continued to be like that past Obama's presidency, then perhaps people could get employed somewhere for 6 months and then spend over 2 years unemployed, continuing to pick up a paycheck week after week after week. That's what I said. That's what I mean whenever America, you can't really find a definitive way that unemployment insurance definitively works here in America, because of this whole thing where if you know where it works, how it works precisely, then you'll gain the ability to game the system. So they won't tell you how it works precisely. I've heard stories about people like I've actually heard stories about tax preparers, like government paid tax preparers who went to school or something like that, like picked up an associate's degree in accounting or something like that, and then got specific training and credentialization for tax preparation. And so like for 4 months out of the year they're needed and paid, and then once the work dries up because they have not officially been fired or quit, then they always qualify for unemployment insurance, and so they spend the rest of the year simply living under that that amount of money that they're getting from unemployment insurance. So I've heard that story, and I've never met these people, so I don't know how true that is. And you might say, well, if you're doing unemployment insurance, then you're a fucking drain on society, blah, 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 blah. Vaping congressman spends over $11,000 on Steam games. You get fucking headlines from that all the time. Fuck off. Essentially, there's nothing with welfare that actually justifies that mindset of, oh, I saw welfare queen on the fucking news and blah blah. There's actually a hard limit. That's one of the things that you can look up, is that there's a hard limit on the amount of money that that you can get from unemployment insurance. If you're a CEO of some company and you're paying yourself $1.5 million a year in your salary, you're not going to get 50% of your paycheck through unemployment insurance. You're going to get a maximum of like something stupid like $3,300 a month, something like that. No one's living high on the hog with unemployment insurance. It's simply not happening. But besides that fact, there are a number of things that they really want you to do with unemployment insurance. For example, they expect you and they tell you in the whole unemployment insurance thingamajig, whenever you initially begin collecting unemployment insurance, they tell you that you are expected to be putting in applications and going to interviews 8 hours a day, at least 5 days a week. And they will have you fill out forms and everything. Where have you been? What have you applied to? Stuff like that. And they'll do that the whole time. And if you are taking classes, like I was while collecting unemployment insurance after I left active duty, if you are taking classes, then they want them specifically to be night classes. And so that you can spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, going ahead and putting in applications, going to interviews, stuff like this, networking, whatever that you can do to regain employment as soon as humanly possible. America is a very work-centric thing. But one of the things that's, despite all of that, one of the things that's not, like, explicitly against the rules, I guess, is what Tim Ferriss recommends in his book, 4-Hour Workweek. Tim Ferriss recommends that next time that you get furloughed or laid off, take about 3 months off or something. Go to another country. Figure out how to really reinvent yourself. I mean, because look at this objectively. Under Obama's presidency, you could easily get laid off from work and decide to completely do another, completely retrain yourself. Completely recertify, you know what I mean?
He's coming too.
Like you could, under Obama's presidency, you could get fired and then go, while you're on unemployment insurance, go attend college for 2 years, get an associate's degree, And let's say that you were fired from, you know, a construction job.
Amazing. Mission
Oh, there we
complete.
go. There's our
That
S
right
rank.
there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
Bingo. So, during Obama's presidency, you could, for example, get laid off from a construction job and then decide to retrain as a plumber and go get your associate's degree specifically in plumbing, and then turn around and start being a plumber. That could have been one of the things that you could do during Obama's presidency, but ever since things changed with future presidents after Obama, that has not necessarily been the case. And I don't know how many weeks you can collect unemployment under our current president, Joe Biden, but whatever. It's not something I've really looked into. And I also, like I said before, I have no clue. I have no clue what exactly like how many months do you have to work in a job before a furlough or something like that will put you out of work. I've heard that there's a lifetime limit of the amount of unemployment insurance that you can obtain from being a citizen of the United States government. That at the end of the day, you can only get 4 total years of it. So under the Obama administration, with the 8 years that he served as the president of the United States, you could have feasibly got furloughed from one job, got furloughed from your construction job, spent 99 weeks off, and then got furloughed from another construction job a year or so later, and then spent another almost 99 weeks off. And that would have been it for the rest of your life. So that's a free bachelor's degree. That's a free you being able to go get an entire bachelor's degree and completely retrain. So like next time you enter the workforce, you're a plumber, and the next time after that, you're an electrician or something like this. Constantly searching for a position that might reduce a lot of these furloughs and pieces of work that aren't 100% reliable, so to speak, that kind of stuff. So it's just something to think about. And like I said, strictly speaking, it's not really up against the capital R rules for you to take a vacation, to get laid off, go get unemployment insurance, and immediately turn around and take vacation. After all, if the reason that you really couldn't continue to have employment, if the reason for that, the trafficker and 5 escort soldiers, wow, what a fucking pain in the dick. I guess one of them wasn't extracted successfully last time that we did that. Okay. So we'll go knock that out real quick. So, if you've lost employment because your living situation is such that it is too expensive, for example, whenever I was living in San Diego while I was married to my ex-wife, while I was living there, the average rent was $1,800 a month. That was just for the rent. So if I was making $10 an hour, then I would be making $1,600 a month without any taxes or anything.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer.
$1,800 a month is an extreme low
Wants him dead.
in terms of rent in San Diego. That's
Unfortunately,
almost impossible to find how cheap it is. But due to military discounts, then it was fairly easy to find. But it was the cheapest possible option, $1,800 a month. So if the reason that you can't find gainful employment is because it is so unfathomably expensive to get even the smallest amount of accommodations and afford just the rents, let alone, you know, the rest of the disparate bills that are involved with just living and existing on a day-to-day basis. If that is the situation that you find yourself in, then it's perfectly reasonable to relocate.
That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Stay okay.
Watch this. He's a tough guy. So let's grab his gun. He's still a tough guy. That riot suit makes him feel invincible. They're all like that. Everybody who's got a riot suit.
Where are you?
A prisoner. You might have
What about the rain? They did that little jog and then they went into the tent over there.
He's coming too.
I don't know why they acted like that. It is about the rain, damn. That's right on the money.
Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Hey, fella. What's going on?
Cat's out of the bag now. Use my reflex once. Now it doesn't matter what the hell happens.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
I've seen plenty of speedrunners that simply use the reflex like as a tool. Like they don't worry about anything involving stealth at all. They just like sprint up to people and use the reflex
Where are the others?
to get headshots. I guess the headshot, you know, percentage or whatever, that points bonus.
You gonna extract him?
Is higher than whatever the hell could possibly,
Where are your friends?
whatever minus in points that you get from using reflex.
Picked up an intel file.
You probably get a lot of points just from.
We also have his movement.
Probably get a lot of points just from.
Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Get a lot of points just from speed as well.
Where are your
And that,
Spit it out.
it takes them a larger amount of time to answer that question than it does to answer the other question.
Help, bud.
Where are your friends?
Okay.
Subject is in. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Where are the others?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, is that all 4 prisoners? Were you keeping
Where are your friends?
count there, viewer? Got all 4 of them?
Subject on
Nope.
board. Leave the rest to
There's
us.
one left up yonder. That's alright. We'll grab him.
You gotta extract him.
Can't be spotted by these guys in case one of them
Subject on
is in
board.
a riot
Leave the rest
suit,
to us.
and I can't tell just by looking like that. Nope. There we go.
Spit it out. Where are the others?
Okay. Here we go.
Spit it out.
I fucking knew it.
He's coming too.
He prioritizes the human being over the damn, the gun emplacement if he's gonna have to choose. 2 things are close to each other, he's gonna grab the human being every time, which I guess makes sense, but it's not what I wanted him to do.
Subject is
I
in.
wanted him, while he was answering one question, son of a bitch. I wanted him, while he was answering one question, to go ahead and grab that damn thing while he was answering the second question. I swore I heard a different vehicle's engine rumbling. Come on now. Get on out of here. We got a human trafficker to catch. Like I said, even after you get your S rank, once you get your S rank, then you can perform the last mission task, quick and dirty, whichever way you like. Use invisibility if you've got it developed. Use a strike that causes an instantaneous sandstorm. And then attack everybody while they're nice and blind. Whatever. Just do whatever the hell you want from then on out. What wild animal? What wild animal? Okay, one way off on the left. There we go. There's the doggos. But even though it can be quicker and, you know, less annoying, to go about, you know, grabbing the last mission task that way, just like doing it as quick and dirty as you possibly can, even though that's the truth. The fact of the matter is that if you're in it to win it, if you're in it for the long term, then it is definitely something it behooves you.
Extract him. That's the target. Eliminate him, however you see fit.
It behooves you to, you know, get an extra S rank anyways. Because doing so will get you more heroism points, it'll get you more gross military products, the currency in this game, at the end of the mission. It'll get everything, you know, it'll just, it's an investment in the long term. Ooh.
Subject on board.
Are you from the local guard post, or are you one of the trafficker's men? Perhaps we successfully grabbed all of the trafficker's men last time, but he just wasn't around to be grabbed in the first place.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I interrogated that guy too fast.
Where are your friends?
Roger.
That's it, man.
Target extracted.
Mission task 6 of 6.
Dealt with. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
And I got everything. So unemployment even here in the United States is very confusing. They absolutely refuse to tell you how it works so that you can't game the system, or at least you can't reliably game the system. Stuff like that, but it's not strictly against the rules to do what Tempers suggests to do in the 4-hour work week. Is once you get fired or whatever, sign up for unemployment insurance, and then once you begin getting it, go on vacation for like 3 months. Go around the world, discover a place where you're better off, you know, that where things are more affordable, things are more, you know, things are easier for you, stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of my more intelligent friends retired to the Philippines. where you can live like an absolute king on $300 a month. And I do mean that because I priced this out. Whenever I was living in South Korea in 2013 as a civilian, as a veteran, after I had left my active duty service in 2011.
Amazing. Mission complete.
That's it. Another S rank. Yeah. So in 2013, whenever I had moved to South Korea as a veteran, after my time active duty, my next destination was going to be the Philippines. I was gathering my courage and everything to go into a completely unfamiliar place like the Philippines, where I don't really know the local language that much. So that was going to be my next place to make my my veterans benefits, my monetary benefits from being a veteran. I was going to really make that money stretch as much as I possibly could to stay in school as long as I possibly could. So that was the plan, and the next spot was going to be the Philippines. Whenever I priced it out, I found a place in Cebu at the time. Remember, this is 2013. I found a place in Cebu that was a house on a beach, and it included a guest house with a live-in servant who lived in the guest house, limo service, bottled water service for people who don't trust the local water straight from the tap, which I hear that you really shouldn't, but I'm sure that there's plenty of people who just by none of them are all dead, right? But just checking, making sure. Let me see. Everything has been done that we possibly can do. There's nothing else left. Yeah, okay. So, been forced into the corner here. There's nothing else that could possibly be done. Yeah. Yep. New Windrigger. New fucking UN Arc. New AMRs. Nothing new with the old snipper rifle. Okie dokie. Ready or not, here I come. And this will definitely be our last foray for the night. It is a long mission. Which also means that we are going to end on another cliffhanger. Aren't you lucky? We gotta grab containers, which we can't do. We gotta grab armored vehicles, which we can't do.
The research facility Emmerich was talking about is north of the Soviet base. That's where Skullface is keeping Sahelanthropus before setting it loose in Afghanistan. There's a good chance he's got nukes, too. Boss, we need to figure out what Skullface is up to. If you make contact with him, get him to talk. The ethnic cleansing parasites, Sahelanthropus. Find out what his plans are.
Alright, there's only one optional mission task that we can actually do at this
All we
stage.
know is that Skullface's plans are on the verge of fruition. We need to stop him while we still can.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Soviet soldiers in that area are all dead. Apparently XOF unleashed the Russian parasite strain. To isolate the facility, they first spread reports of a chemical weapon leak. The infection won't spread into the surrounding regions. Still, I think they just exterminate the men who worked with them all this time. Skullface must be making his final play. Eli snuck into the cargo on board the chopper. His idea of an escape attempt? Who can say? We'll think of how to deal with him later.
Snake, do you read me? I know more than anyone about OKB-0 and Sahelanthropus. Boss, I've made up my mind. I want to be of use to you, not him. Let me work to pay for what I've done. I'll prove it, that I've always been your...
XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
The hell was that? Did you hear that? Sounded like an explosion. But nobody's alert. Nobody cares. Is this a pathway? No. BT Dubs, this is a great place to get really, really high-ranking men, very skilled men.
What the? Huh? What's up?
Okay, okay.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Gotta make absolutely sure that this guy's not wearing a helmet. And he is. So, I'm glad I got this close to him. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
You there! Wait! Don't shock! Where are your friends?
Where the fuck is he going? There goes our reflex, but I really didn't think I was going to make it through without using it.
All fire teams, this is CP.
This is Skullfish. This is probably the hardest stealth mission in the entire game.
Where are your friends?
CP, this is Delta 1. We'll investigate immediately. Out. Come here.
Don't stop. Don't spit it out. Where are your friends? Hands up. Spit it out.
Thought he was one of the guys that had already, you know, did a headshot to.
Hey! Somebody!
CP, this is Delta 9. We checked the area and found nothing. Calling off the search. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert.
Call on the search. Call the search back on.
Hey! Get me down from here!
CP, this is Delta 9.
Feed me more soldiers.
Please advise. Over. CP, understood. Stay on the alert. Look out the enemy. Out.
Wait! Spit it out. Where are your friends?
So anyway,
Somebody get me down!
You gotta extract him.
point is that we really don't definitively know if Hideo Kojima was actually fired or did he quit? In Japan, they like to do this thing where yeah.
I don't want to die!
They like to do this thing where they put you, they isolate the hell out of you and put you in a situation where you spend a lot of time alone and all this other kind of stuff. They like to do that in Japan to demoralize you enough to quit, because then they don't have to pay unemployment insurance or some shit like that. They don't have to offer you any benefits. They don't have to, like, you know, it's a clean break. There we go. Keep on the search. Keep feeding me soldiers. Delicious, funky, nutritious soldiers.
Roger that.
Motherfucker.
What the? Gotta shoot her!
What the fuck? I'm right fucking behind him, Whip. I play Ring Around the Rosie with this motherfucker. Nope. Nope. Come on. Fucking finally.
Spit it out. Where are they?
Okay, and...
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't be
Son of a fucking bitch!
Snake, are you okay?
Whatever,
Snake!
whatever. Let's just go.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
What a fucking unbelievable fucking pain in the damn asshole. Okay. You gotta be fucking kidding me! The first two hit, but the fucking third one didn't?
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point. Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Got to lose what's left of my motherfucking marbles, bro. Oh, I'm a little booby, I wanna take a chance. Sip it in the cool air. I don't know the lyrics to that. That was gooey. By Glass Animals. Holy shit.
XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
Cypher did this. So like I said before, like, so we don't even know if Hideo Kojima actually was fired, or did he quit because of being demoralized? Because we do know that Konami did put him in the timeout fucking no-no room.
Don't do it, Hawk. Where are you?
By himself, where he couldn't communicate with any of his team or do anything else. So we do know that that was one of his punishments
Subject on board.
from
Leave the rest
spending
to
a
us.
fucking $1 billion
Where are your friends?
on PT.
Somebody get me down!
Silent Hills, the playable teaser.
You gotta extract him.
Spit it out.
CP, this is Delta 9.
Where are your
Identify gunfire. Can't tell where it's coming from. Over.
Damn it!
CP, somebody help me! Be on alert. All fire teams, this is CP. Satellite has gone out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Just go check on the power system.
I'm a little fool, I wanna take
Spit
a
it out.
chance. Sipping in the cool air. I don't remember the lyrics. Just listen to that song today.
He's coming too. Roger that.
So we don't know. We know that Hideo Kojima was sent into corporate no-no timeout mode. We know that much. But we don't know if he
Subject on
was
board.
fired.
Leave the rest to us.
Like I said, plenty of articles simply state that he's fired, that he was fired, but nobody knows the God's honest truth. There's no sources, there's no Department of Labor protections that state emphatically that no matter what, like, here's the government record of Mr. Hideo Kojima being fired from the Konami Corporation. We don't have any of that. We've got none of that. Not a bit. So we don't even really know if Hideo Kojima was fired or did he quit. We don't know.
Good work. 2 more gates to go. Still all quiet at the silo. No sign of Skullface or his Goliath.
Surely they can't already have... No, never mind.
I think it doesn't matter how many checkpoints that you've
Facility's northernmost point.
you've used.
Occupy the facility. Skullface must be close.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Once you crack that seal,
Problem with the power supply. Whoever's closest, go
whether it's one checkpoint or a million, I think it's all worth the same points-wise.
No sign of Skullface or his Goliath.
Surely they can't already have... No, never mind. Hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
Just trying to see if this helicopter is going to get close enough to another structure for me to actually take it out with nothing but grenades. That'd be super fucking sweet, but I don't think he's going to. Whatever.
CP, this is Delta 1. Search complete. No sign of hostiles. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert. Out.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Oh god, that was one of the first fucking things I picked up.
What's going on?
It's worth more points to get a headshot. Like I said, I think it's it works in the same way where
Boss, get down.
once you've
The enemy sniper.
once you've cracked the seal on
That should enable you to see
reflex,
past enemies.
doesn't matter how many times that you use it after that,
Hands up. Don't you speak.
the points never come back. He's gonna get on the horn and complain about missing reefs. Resources. I really wasn't expecting to be seen by somebody.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
CP, this is Zulu 4. We got damage to an installation. It's an enemy attack. Over.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be seen by somebody as a damn
Still all quiet
while I
at
was
the silo.
falling,
No sign of Skullface or his
using up
Goliath.
my entire reflex time to
They can't already have... No, never mind. CP, this is Zulu 2. Taking enemy fire. No line
Yo.
on the shooter. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
God, that would have been sick if it fucking took out that chopper. But I guess he wasn't in the precise location that I needed him to be. He's trying to run away from the grenade. There's D-Dog trying his best to get shot again.
Fluidity. Skullface must be close.
Doesn't matter.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Come on now.
Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Speak. Where are your friends?
Guy's got tunnel vision. Can't say a damn thing.
You gotta extract him.
Don't do it. Spit it out.
There's no way I'm gonna keep getting away with this. Eventually I will be spotted by one of these damn snipers.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Shit.
This is Mark 10. A balloon just pulled a friendly into the air. We likely have an intruder. Please advise.
I know one thing, if one of these guys starts screaming bloody murder, I will almost immediately be spotted by one of these two snipers up here. Is it two snipers or are there more?
Leave the rest to us.
I know the one sniper.
Where are the others?
He's coming too. Roger that.
I know the one sniper got his friend floating through the air.
Where are your friends?
Called on the radio.
You gotta extract him.
Dad, there's floating people. I'm scared. Come pick me up. That was his exact words, as
Subject
you
on
heard.
board. Leave the rest to us.
Wow, really? Fucking smelled me.
Wait! Don't speak. Where are the others? What's going on?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Wait! Don't speak. are your friends?
CP, this is Zulu 6. Saved abductee from being taken by balloon. Over. Stay alert. Don't let him get the drop on you. Out.
Where are the others?
Oh. No, Snake.
Don't shoot!
It's not what I want you to do.
Spit it out.
Press the action button.
Where are the others?
Snake says his favorite color out loud. You press the action button again.
You gotta extract him.
Snake looks up the owner's manual for his car back at home.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Whoever was watching me did not like those jokes.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where are your friends?
I had 2 viewers. I always have 1 viewer, because it's me. I'm viewing my own broadcast. I had 2 viewers for half a second. They did not like those jokes.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Fuck this guy and his jokes. Not funny.
You gotta extract him.
They're erasing some. They're erasing some of these.
CP, this is Zulu 6. Some equipment got destroyed. Looks like the work of a hostile. Over.
Really?
CP, understood. Check it out immediately and give us dispatch.
I figured he would have done the report where he says he's being fired upon and he didn't hear any shots. So he's like, Mom, suddenly my fucking spotlight's not working. I'm scared, come pick me up.
Hands up! Where are your friends?
CP, this is Zulu 4. Destroyed enemy balloon. Zulu 4, what's wrong? Come in, Zulu 4. We have a situation. All units on alert.
I pointed out the fact that the weapons are disappearing because one of the weapons that was here at some point in time in our nation's illustrious past, somebody is carrying around a damn rocket launcher, and that would have been really nice. Snake, fuck me! That's the action button. He puts on a hat. That's the action button. He whips out his favorite fucking Pokemon card. That's the action button. He fucking
CP, this is Delta 9. Saved abductee
does
from
a
being
nut,
taken by balloon.
does a Nuzlocke challenge in red and blue.
Come in, Delta 9.
Where are the others?
Press the action button. He fucking adjusts his boots. fuck off.
All units on alert.
I know it's not the action button, but the fucking point remains.
You gotta extract him.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Come on, don't do this to me. Thank you. I'm only doing that because the sniper in the next section had already began eyeballing me, which is rude. I'm giving myself a little screen so you can't see past.
Roger that.
Understood. Stay on the alert. Out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
Got an idea. I'm wondering if I can avoid detection by going ahead and shooting down the helicopter with the tank. And the way I will avoid detection doing that is simply by taking it out in one shot from the main cannon. Come on. That sounds like a fucking plan to me. If that sounds like a plan to you, put down in the comments, I love My Little Pony. Write that down in the comments and we will know if that sounds like a plan to you. If that doesn't sound like a plan to you, put down in the comments, I love people who love My Little Pony. Let me fucking make absolutely motherfucking sure. Okay, fire is L1. That sucks. But I didn't get spotted, so. Wow, I had 2 shots. Hell yeah. The other way of taking that down, that helicopter, in a reasonable manner was going to be, that's where I got my second shot. If you sort of like hide behind a corner and then pop out just to take a quick pot shot at a helicopter, you're definitely going to turn their suspicion onto you. But other than their suspicion being solely in your direction and from that point forward, the only other side effect is, well, that is the only other side effect. They won't target you. You'll be alright.
Alright, you're through the second gate. Only one gate left. From here on in, you're in the enemy's headquarters.
Something's wrong. But it has to be here.
Nope. That's fucking complete horseshit. 2 shots that both
Make
didn't hit.
contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Hell yeah. That's twofer.
Alright, you're through the second gate. Only one gate left. From here on in, you're in the enemy's headquarters.
Something's wrong. But it has to be here.
Oh. Oh.
Let's hunt him down! Go, go, go!
Come on.
XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facilities. Alright, you're through the second gate. Only one gate left. From here on in, you're in the enemy's headquarters.
Something's wrong. But it has to be here.
CP, This is Delta 4. The installation's been damaged. Possible enemy sabotage. Over. This is CP. Understood. Move to investigate. ASAP. Out. All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Camera spotted me, activated reflex mode, but I took the camera down before it could tell all of its camera friends.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Zulu 4.
No!
CP, understood.
Holy
All fire
fucking
teams,
shit.
routing. Flush out the intruder. Out.
Wait! Don't shoot! Talk. Where are your friends?
Shit is fucking bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Somebody get me down!
CP, this is Delta 6. Seeing smoke. Possible enemy attack. Over. This is CP.
You gotta extract him.
Security and stay alert. Out.
XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
Wow. Fucking doing good in the neighborhood right now. Damn, son.
Where are your friends?
Did I order supplies?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Where are your friends?
CP, this is Zulu 4.
Somebody help me!
No sign of attack. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert. Out.
Damn it!
You gotta extract him.
Help me!
Probably just the wind.
All fire teams, this is CP. A set of lights has gone out. Looks like a problem with the power supply. Whoever's closest, go check on the power system.
Wait! Don't shoot! Where are your friends? Somebody get me down!
Can I fucking take out everybody in a fucking 50 square mile radius?
He's coming too. Roger that.
What do you mean ding?
Don't stop. Don't do it. Where are
Nobody
the others?
seems to be radioing in every time I fucking cause an explosion. I'll do pretty much anything else.
You gotta extract him.
Where's the last soldier? I don't know where the fucking last guy is. Gotta be occupying the same planet that I am. Right? They fucking put one way the fuck back up here? What the hell? Watch this. You see that? See, it's like the draw distance won't let us know what its status is. Did we shoot it out or did we not shoot it out? I've never had XOS run out of soldiers, by the way.
Good work. 2 more gates to go. Still all quiet at the silo. No sign of Skullface or his Goliath.
Surely they can't already have... No, never mind.
Just Tito trying to get kicked again.
Don't stop. Don't do it. Where are your
As
friends?
hard as he can. Alright then.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
This shit took too long, man. Took way too long. There's so much shit that I'm gonna have to do because this damn thing took too long. I gotta make some tuna rice so I can gobble it down real quick so I don't wake up in the middle of the night and be hungry. I tried to get plasma today and they told me that my plasma was too cloudy. And I gotta come back tomorrow. So I gotta go back tomorrow. Waste a bunch of gas going all the fuck way down there. Okay. There's no other major gobbledygooks. No. Okay. Here we go. This is where the final fight was supposed to take place. But
Flight
they
has arrived. Don't let Skullface get away. Stop him at the
couldn't
heliport.
program at all. They scrapped it.
Boss, can you see the heliport? Skullface is right there. Make contact with him and make him talk. We have to stop him before his plan is set in motion. Sahelanthropus is somewhere inside there. First of all, make contact with Skullface. Don't kill him yet. We need him to talk first.
And here's the only mission task we can do. Play mode. It's a song, the main song from the last game. Metal Gear Solid Default. You too have no loss, and that loss torments you still.
You too have known loss. And that loss torments you still. You hope hatred might someday replace the pain. But it never goes away. It makes a man hideous, inside and out. Wouldn't you agree? We both are demons. Our humanity won't return. You, me, we've no place to run, nowhere to hide. And that is why I'll show you my demon.
Come with me, big boss.
Follow me, big boss.
Yeah, that's close enough. I've known you since your time at Langley.
Just go along with him for now. We're ready to fight if it comes to that. That's our leverage against him, our deterrent. He doesn't want a war on his hands.
Whatever the Navajo told you, it's just one possible solution derived by Cypher. My will is different.
Come on. You
I've
gotta
known
hold
you since your time at Langley. I've long been the other side of your coin. 1964, Soviet territory. Box's first mission. Any mess you made, I was there to clean up. You completed your task, and admirably. The information you returned was far more than enough to fill our pockets. With it, our futures became, more or less, set in stone.
You gotta hold the analog stick in the exact right direction, or else Snake won't
Then
move.
the Major came to me with an idea. Washington doesn't know how to spend money, he said. I'd like to redirect it. His goal was an organization dedicated solely, covertly, to supporting America. Cypher. You know the rest. To him, it was mourning the loss of his friend. Or rather, an act of revenge on the world. But America, most of all. America is a country of liberty, a meeting of immigrants. Instead of simply assimilating, its citizens live alongside others. Their roots are very diverse. America's never been made up of just one. But he tried to forge a single consciousness. For it, and from it. The idea that every citizen will use free will to unite behind their country. Unilateralism like that can't be entrusted to any one individual. So the Major sought a system that used information, words, to control the subconscious.
Oh boy. making tuna rice. It's very filling. Consists of tuna, rice, a little bit of vegetable oil, and an egg. Make the rice in the pot. Add the other ingredients. Make a bingo, bango, bongo. Fry a little bit if you want some
To
extra
unite
crispy
America
bits.
and the entire world.
That's it.
The Major thought this was his friend's will. But I think he never understood what she wanted. Before he ever walked or cried, even before he was born, his mother tongue was English. He doesn't know the pain of losing his own language. Not yet. He cannot understand her will. I do. I was born in a small village. I was still a child when we were raided by soldiers.
Foreign soldiers.
Torn from my elders, I was made to speak their language. With each new post, my masters changed, along with the words they made me speak. Words are peculiar. With each change, I changed too. My thoughts, personality, how I saw right and wrong. War changed me, and not only my visage. Words can kill. I was invaded by words, burrowing and breeding inside me. A philosopher once said, "It is no nation we inhabit, but a language." Make no mistake, our native tongue is our true fatherland. My fatherland. My truth was stolen from me. And so was my past. All that's left is the future. And mine is revenge. On those who leech off the words of their fellow man. This is what I learned from the Major. And then it hit me. It was he who should feel my wrath. He and the code he chose as basis for control. Language codes, information codes, beamed all around us, genetic codes spanning history. By controlling the codes, Cypher Zero intends to unify. Codes implanted into our heads, sucking our minds dry as it spreads from one host to the next. A parasite upon this earth, that is what Zero is. As one born into this world, he's afflicted. I hold him responsible for killing my freedom. Killing all traces of my past. Killing any promise of a future. We are all but dead men forced to walk upon this earth. A world reduced to zero. Cypher plans to use its codes to control the world. They think they can. And the mother tongue of all those codes is English. The word became flesh. The final parasite. It knows English. An English strain of the vocal parasite. I will exterminate the English language. With this, I'll rid the world of infestation. All men will breathe free again, reclaim their past, present, and future. This is no ethnic cleanser. It is a liberator. To free the world from Zero. Let the world be. Sans lingua franca, the world will be torn asunder. And then it shall be free. People will suffer, of course. A phantom pain. The world will need a new common tongue. A language of nukes. My metal gears shall be the thread by which all countries are bound together in equality. No words will be needed. Every man will be forced to recognize his neighbor. People will swallow their pain. They will link lost hands. The world will become one. This war is
peace. Look, it's the 5-mute song. Doesn't matter what I say here, it's gonna get muted. If you're watching with me now, then you can hear this. But this whole thing's gonna be muted whenever Content ID catches up with the video. So, dear viewer, what would you do to save the world? How many people would you kill? Or do you not have the balls? I know I don't.
When the world witnesses Sahelanthropus, the hands of the doomsday clock will roll on, regardless of zero. Sahelanthropus will take the first giant step into a brave new world. It is the bell with which a world trodden upon by words declares its independence.
Monster. A man who would make others sick. Doesn't matter what the means are. He'll do any means to justify his ends. He truly believes that he's the good guy.
Remember the Alamo.
This is Queequeg on station to provide cover. Get us a line of fire. Roger that.
We're not the only demons in this world. Like you, vengeance is all he has. It's man's thirst for revenge that drives the times. He lives because of you. Show him!
Finally gonna launch his oldest enemy down. This is a good day for Skullface. Or so he thinks. no longer in control of the floating boy. Bolgan's dead. He's been dead for a long time. Whatever thoughts and feelings he had in life, it's only brought to life, so to speak, by the floating boy. Whoever controls the floating boy controls him, controls Sahelanthropus. As you've heard, there are no words exchanged. These are emotions controlling the floating boy.
Wait! Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge? Who?
That voice was the voice of Robert Atkins Downs, I'm pretty sure. Here's another thing pointed out by Python Selkin. I never would have noticed without their help. It's something else, but that'll work. The other 3 mission tasks were removing tanks, containers, and walker gears. All things that we cannot do with our current setup until we fully upgrade the Fulton as much as we can. Bravo's harsh. We can do better. Well, mainly just running past everybody. Well, another cliffhanger for tonight. Rice is almost ready. And it is damn near 3 in the morning, if not past that already. Don't have a phone nearby to check. So, that's going to be it for tonight. Talk to you next time I get the chance.